Hey everybody, I'm Brad Garrett, and this is my beautiful wife, Krista Garrett. We're church friend. It's been a long time since we've done a video, but we just wanted to update you guys, and we're going to start a series of videos that are going to go on for as long as it takes to finish our mission, right? Hey, just so you guys know, it's kind of windy out here, so I've got the dead cat in my hand, and so
put it in a different direction.
It's got to be pointed at my face. So anyway, I guess I'll just start with what's happened in the last year. I mean, how far back should we go? Krista's lost her voice. We've been like really sick. We had this inner ear virus that I think could make, I don't know, I'm not going to make a COVID reference, should I? COVID-19 would fear this inner ear virus, okay? I mean, if the pandemic was this inner ear virus that we had, people would like never leave their house, okay? So today is March 28th, 2021, and basically in 2019, I'll just start in 2019. In 2019, the Lord told us to sell our house, buy land, build a small house, and a house of prayer. And when I say house of prayer, I'm talking about a building on our property that people can come to and we can hold our prayer meetings at, right? So in 2019, when the Lord told us to do this, we didn't do it. We were not obedient. And then 2020 rolled around, March, pandemic, and they started closing down churches, and we immediately understood what we did wrong, that we should have sold our house and done what the Lord told us to do. So we lived in our house. We had our house for 20 years. We raised our two daughters that are now 21 and 19. And so we started getting our house ready to sell. I mean, Krista basically painted all the inside of it, and we painted the outside, and just cleaned it up and got it ready to sell, and we sold it on January 11th of this year, 2021, and we bought this land that we're sitting on right now. And what's funny is we closed a couple weeks after we closed on our house. But we first looked at this land that we're sitting on in July, July of last year, of 2020. And when we pulled up to it, we pulled in front of it, and you couldn't get onto the land at all. It was completely... It's been overgrown it's never been lived on. It's raw land. I've got a friend, one of my best friends that lives in this area. He's in his early 50s, and he says that his whole life, this lot has always been just overgrown. So nobody's ever lived here, or there's nothing on here. So we own, technically we bought 5 acres of land. Some of that land is in a lake, and so we can't build on all of it, but the majority of it we can. So we have a road going through the middle of our property. So one side of the road is where the lake's gonna be, or where the lake is, and this side that we're sitting on now is where we're gonna build our house. This is the bigger side. So there's more than a few acres on this side. But anyway, we just wanted to update you and just let you know our plans that we're going to build a steel frame home in Texas, where I'm originally from. We call that a barn dominium. And so we're going to buy a steel frame kit for our house, and we're going to buy a steel frame kit for our house of prayer. And we're not a 501c3. Our hands never out. We don't want money. We both work, and the Lord's provided us with jobs that we just want to build a place where we can have people just come and worship with us. And the house of prayer, we want to have a stage built at one end, and with instruments, on the stage, drums, keyboards, a piano that I grew up with in my house will be on there. So it's easy for friends of mine and future musician friends of mine. They can just come, and they don't have to travel with their gear. And we want to have community nights where we have local pastors, people from the community come and speak. And we'll start off with worship, and then a small lecture, and then we'll wrap it up. But we're just very excited about what the Lord continually is doing in our lives. And this property is just like amazing. Like I said, we first came here June, July of last year, and we never, that's all we did every day is we looked at land online, or we'd go look to see if it was available, and land day after day was just disappearing. It was being sold. But we just told ourselves if God wanted us to have this land, it would stay available, and it did. And it's just amazing how the straight paths that the Lord made for us. We put our house on the market, and within a couple days we had a bidding war. We sold it for like close to $10,000 more than we originally had it listed for. And then we bought this land for close to $20,000 less than it cost originally the first time we came and looked at it. So, but there's been so many things. That's why I just want to start filming, just the path that we're taking to fulfill our mission. The fields are ripe in Florida, in the United States of America. Just a quick thing on my story. I'm 45. I turned 46 in June, and I grew up. I was born and raised in the Methodist Church, and when I was 43, I woke up from like this deep slumber of like never really knowing who the Lord was. I had never read the Bible. I grew up going to church every Sunday with my family, and we went to church basically every Sunday, raising our children in the church, and I was just asleep. And I started reading the Bible, and just like the Holy Spirit like came into my heart, and I met Jesus for the first time. And what's crazy is that Krista and my youngest daughter were on a 6-week mission trip. They were in Linden, Washington with YWAM. So anyway, so I started talking to my dad when they were on the 6-week mission trip, and he had just started reading the Bible, and we were talking. It was like we were both waking up at the same time, and he was talking about the Holy Spirit, how it's like a person. It's God that's like living inside of you, and he was telling me all this stuff about the Holy Spirit, and I was just like tripping out on it. And but the crazy thing is that if you ask my dad today about it, he swears that I was the one telling him about the Holy Spirit. So God definitely was like working on us at the same time. And I just can't tell you how much our lives have changed. Like going 100% into the Word, and meeting with people, and we've had a deep passion for prayer, and I give a lot of credit to Lakeside Church. We went there. We did a 21 days at Lakeside in August of 2019, and that just changed our lives. I mean, we've just been dead set on prayer ever since, and so much so that's why we want to build a house of prayer on our property, and we don't need anybody's permission to build it. We don't need anybody's permission to have people to come over to our house. And so we're really excited about that. And Chris had pretty much just designed the interior layout. So we're going to be meeting with an architect next week, and we're just real excited. And that's pretty much the update. Anything you want to add? She can't talk, so it's pointless. Hey guys, one thing I forgot to mention is that when we sold our house in January, that same day we bought a 44-foot fifth wheel, 5 slide outs to live in, that we've been in pretty much for the last 3 months. And our dear friends Paige and Vaughn, that we're forever indebted to, that we just love so much. Thank you for letting us stay on your land to park our fifth wheel there. And of course, we're going to move our fifth wheel onto the our property once we get electricity and water and a septic tank installed. So that's pretty much the update. Love you guys. God bless you, and can't wait to see you soon and pray together.